The Z Flip 5 series from Samsung has always been that foldable phone that has made foldable phones easy and accessible for the masses for a couple years now. But with phones like the S24, S24 Plus and S24 Ultra, should you still buy the Galaxy Z Flip 5? And also it's been 7 months, but let's look into it. The design is a big reason why you would even consider buying the Z Flip 5. The fact that it's literally a foldable phone. Now, the foldable phones have been out for quite a while now. We have the Z Flip 5, of course, we have the Folds, we have the Google Pixel Fold, and we honestly do have a lot of options now. Now, in terms of Samsung, the Z Flip 5 is definitely the most complete flip phone they've made, just due to the fact that they have a large cover screen at the front, which is a big difference from the Galaxy Z Flip 4, 3, 2, and even the first generation. It's got a new hinge mechanism also, which allows it to fold completely in half, so there is no gap between the screen when it's folded. And yeah, the hinge just does feel overall a bit nicer than it did with previous generations. Just the fact that it is a foldable phone just gives people enough of a reason to go and buy it anyway. The only complaint being the crease, but we will talk about that a bit later on. Now, using the phone for about 7 months now confirms that there is no visible damage to the screen, like none of the pixels have died or anything, the back screen or anything else. Now, I do have an official Samsung case that is stuck to the phone, as you can see from most of the footage, but yeah. You're getting a flip phone and you know what you're getting yourself into. I did try the OtterBox cases just because obviously it's an expensive phone. At the end of the day, you don't want it to break. However, both of the OtterBox cases I bought broke. So if I were you, I would just go ahead and buy one of the Samsung cases or even use it caseless if you're into that. Now let's talk about the displays. Now obviously we have two displays to talk about, one being on the outside and one being on the inside. Now starting with the outside screen, you have a sizable screen which is much bigger than it used to be, which is actually usable now, and you can actually do things such as reading messages, playing the odd game if you want to, and you can even watch a Netflix movie if you really want to. And yeah, you can also do more useful things now. You can go into your settings, see if your Wi-Fi is on, your mobile data is on. You can go ahead and even reply to messages if you need to. And yeah, it is a really good screen from the ones we had before because you're actually able to use it instead of just checking the time. Quick note though, it is only 60 Hz, it's not 120 Hz, it's not LTPO either, which means if you do use the always on display on the outside screen, it will use a significant amount of battery. So if I were you, I wouldn't use the always on display on the Z Flip 5 unless you're somebody who's never going to fold the phone, but that kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah. Now the inside display is a 120 Hz 6.7 inch OLED display. And Samsung displays have always been the best. Honestly, I'm just going to give it to you guys straight up. It's a sharp display. It's a vibrant display. The only complaint being the obvious, the little bit of a crease in the middle of the screen. Now, you will forget about it eventually when using the phone. It's not really, it is something that does stand out when you first buy the phone. You're like, damn, it really does have a crease going in the middle. But after a while, it does end up just seemingly like it's just a part of the phone. It won't really mean much after you've got used to it. At some angles it's noticeable, but when the screen is on and you're looking at the phone straight up, it's not really a big deal. Now we've got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. Now it might seem like a year behind because we have the Gen 3 for Galaxy now with the S24 series, but for the real person who's going to be using this phone on a daily basis, it's nowhere near big enough of a reason for you to not buy this phone and buy the S24 just because of the processor. It's still fast. It's still powerful. It has enough power to take on whatever you're going to throw at it. Physically, the battery in this phone is only 3800 mAh, which I say only because the S24 has a 4000 mAh battery, and it just seems a bit less compared to other phones, especially since the phone is 6.7 inches and then there's also an outside display. Now you can definitely last a whole day with the battery. This is because the processor, the Snapdragon Gen 2, is pretty efficient, but you will find yourself charging at the end of the day, or even before the end of the day if you are on a heavy day worth of use with high brightness, intensive app, GPS and stuff like that. So in conclusion, it's been 7 to 8 months since I have been using the Z Flip 5. Now, do you want to go ahead right now and buy the Z Flip 5? Honestly, it's a great phone. It's the most complete foldable phone that I have tried and I have used. And I can confidently say that if you buy the Z Flip 5, you're going to really like it. And you might stay with foldable phones after that. So thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and let me know what else you guys want to see in the comment section down below. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.